It is now summertime, which can only mean one thing. Sunscreen time! Hi, welcome back to Keeping Up with the Queen. A few weeks ago, I reviewed these two mattifying or invisible finish sunscreens, and you guys seem to really like it. So today, we're back with the battle of the glowy sunscreen. I have the British brand Supergoop here, and I have a Korean brand Innisfree. We are going to see which one performs better and potentially would look better underneath makeup. It's been a minute since I last reviewed the Glowscreen from Supergoop, and I am excited to give it another try. Also, I happened to come across this one from Innisfree. See what promises are being promised to us. Supergoop Glowscreen SPF of 40. This is the shade Sunrise. Clean chemical sunscreen, dermatologist tested, non-irritating, reef safe, no synthetic fragrance, and vegan. Innisfree sunscreen. It has SPF of 36, a little bit lower than the Supergoop. It's an everyday no white cast sunscreen with green tea and sunflower seed oil that protects against UVA and UVB rays while delivering a fresh and dewy look. The only way we can test it on our skin. So let me zoom you in. We're gonna do the test. Supergoop first. This is still sealed, so there is no contamination. Integrity of this sunscreen should be intact. Let's give it a swatchy swatch. Ooh, that almost looks like a foundation. It's a perfect color. Okay. Definitely glowy, sunscreeny scent, but very mild. Definitely glowy. There is definitely a slip. Which side should I do? Maybe this side. So I'm gonna start with this amount. I think we can start with that. I'm gonna put the sunscreens around my eyes too, because one of the things I look for here is whether or not it irritates my eyes at the end of the day, and it's just so spicy and there's nothing I can do, and don't even talk about when I wear makeup with it. It's just like teary eye and melty everything. Just a little bit up here. It is easy to blend so far, and it feels just like a glowy primer, which is so promising. Imagine your primer but would give you SPF 40. This shade works really well for my light skin compared to this side of my face. This side now has more texture, but that's what the glow does. You know, it just reflects more light. Innisfree Daily UV Defense Sunscreen, sealed. Kind of like an off-white color. There is a little bit of a sunscreen scent also. Wow, that is so easy to blend, and it feels a tiny bit thinner than the Supergoop one. It's a little bit glowy, but I feel like it will, yeah, it's almost disappearing, so it's gonna feel very skin-like. Supergoop is more dewy still on my hand. Oh, that's a lot. Feels more thin of a texture. I'm also gonna put it there on my eye. I'm not super excited with the SPF 36. I feel like it's a little bit too low than SPF. They do have a daily sunscreen that is SPF of 50. So far, like, it would be great underneath makeup also. One thing that sunscreen can do irritate my skin, and like it can clog my pores, and then it will be a little bit red, kind of like this spot right here. You can see it's a little red, but this spot was here before I applied the Supergoop, so it's not because of that. This one is heavier. This one is like almost gone now, so even though they say it's a glowy finish, I feel like it's more of a skin-like natural finish. But this one is more like a glowy finish. No longer have a scent, either of them. They're not irritating my skin so far or cause any itchiness. I like the Glowscreen a little bit more because of the higher SPF. I like the Innisfree a little bit more because of the lightweight texture and because it doesn't have as much of a glow. It doesn't emphasize texture as much as this side of my face. It has been around 4 hours now of me wearing these two, and normally by this time you are expected to reapply your sunscreen, okay? So we're gonna discuss that also. I feel like I'm already having more than enough evidence to give you my verdict. Let's talk about the Innisfree, which is on this side of my face. I don't feel anything. There's no tackiness, but my skin feels moisturized, but not overly dewy, overly shiny or anything. I feel like it looks like skin, undetectable on camera. And I think if I was to reapply this like 2 or 3 more times, let's see if you have to reapply a sunscreen every 2 hours, then if you wear it for an 8 hours day out, I feel like you can reapply this and you will be okay. It's not gonna feel thick, uncomfortable. I don't think it's going to start peeling up or doing anything weird. I would prefer SPF 50, but this is good for like an office job. If you want to have some extra SPF protection, this would be fantastic for that. This glow screen on this side, there are patches now, residue of a highlighter, as if I used my finger and swipe highlighter and didn't blend out. And when I was in the car, thankfully I wasn't driving today, I was on the passenger seat. This eye, it became so painful because this glow screen, I was struggling for like 5 minutes. I couldn't even open my eye. Thankfully I had a piece of tissue, so I was like dabbing it dry and then I was able to be fine again. This sunscreen, unfortunately, it was like 2 hours after I applied it and it already like made me so painful. If I was to reapply this, it's going to be even more patchy. I think we have a clear winner here. I would pick the Innisfree sunscreen over the Glowscreen by Supergoop. This one, on the other hand, I can recommend to you. If you are working indoors, you don't need that much sun protection, and you want something that you can wear under makeup or by itself, and you can reapply throughout the day. If you have dry skin, you will like this. But I feel like if you have normal skin or oily skin, this would work too, because it didn't really get shiny. It absorbed into the skin and it stayed that way. And before I applied these sunscreens, I did have a layer of moisturizer underneath. I don't think oily skin, you would have a problem with this either. And it says glowy finish on here. I think it's a natural finish. I think it's more invisible. And I hope I help you decide which one to get if you were thinking between these two. And if you have these, let me know your thoughts. Do you have the same experience? Both of these have been around for a long time, so probably a lot of you already tried it. So let me know in the comment section. If you find this video helpful, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and have a great one. I'll see you in my next video. Until next time, don't flop.